Hey, Sumona, Roy.
Hi, Lauren Jones.
Welcome to Keep
Keep snacking.
Snacking. We forgot to say our names last time, so I
Yeah,
thought.
so we're trying to get better at introducing ourselves. My God.
Welcome to the newest episode, which
Yeah,
is
episode 3.
episode 3.
Might as well be 300, you know?
Right? With the amount of love we're getting, I feel like
I,
I'm happy about it. I'm really happy
yeah.
about it.
I mean, now we have 50 followers on Instagram,
Oh
and
my God.
you could just call us the Kardashians at this point,
Shut it down. Yeah. I mean, our goal was 10 people across social media.
Yes.
And we know for a fact at least 10 of those people are real.
Right, because we are getting people downloading our episodes. So download.
Thank you.
If you're watching YouTube, download. If you're listening, watch on YouTube. Do both.
And
they're two totally different experiences.
Yeah, and thank you. We appreciate it. And I think because we're looking at each other, I know for me, Sumona does a great job of describing things, but for those of you listening, I'm gonna try to do better.
Are you gonna change your voice? Are you gonna change your voice like that?
I mean,
we're not this is not phone sex, okay?
Some people
this
would be
snacks.
into that. And because this is morning time, it's like morning time for my very Luann in the morning.
Oh, Luann.
So how are you?
How am I? Okay, so
something happened and I don't know. She's saving it for me for this, and that's not normal life for us. So I gotta hack into this.
Okay, so this morning I'm getting ready, I'm getting my snacks together, and I look in I have all the snacks in our kind of front patio area that's closed in, and I look and I see Takis and I see the Dorito, but I don't see the original Takis, which is the purple bag, which is the main Taki that we're going to be discussing today.
Yeah,
and this was at 9:40 a.m. that I realized that I thought that I had ordered it off of Walmart. So I thought it was in a box. And I'm notorious for ordering things and not opening the box immediately. Yeah.
And I also don't do that because of COVID too, though. I think that's
leave it out for a while.
That's become a COVID thing as well. So not just
it's been a me thing for years. Ever since I started ordering from Amazon, I never open the package when I get the package, and for me it's pleasant because then I forget about it and then I open it a month later and I'm like, oh my God, I bought this great thing
the food
for
in the floor of your car.
Exactly. I'm a delayed gratification person, I guess. So anyways, I realized that I didn't buy the original Takis. I thought it was coming from Walmart. I guess Walmart didn't send it to me, or maybe I never ordered it. So at 9:40 a.m. I drive to Stop and Shop and I'm just looking for Takis, and I live in a very white suburban area. It's not urban really at all. And so they don't really advertise Takis in my town Stop and Shop. So I'm looking, and that's when the panic starts bubbling inside of me. I'm like, oh my God, am I not going to find original Takis? I have to record in 20 minutes. And I'm looking down, they have everything. They have Doritos, they have regular potato chips. I look, I'm like, okay, I think it might be on a little stand somewhere.
Sometimes they're the small ones at the end cap and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm going to I went to one and I saw it was popcorn, and then I went to another and it was just potato chips. And then I was like, okay, I have to go to this other Stop and Shop because I know, but that's 3 miles.
Is that the one by the Dunkin' Donuts?
Because
that's the one. Oh, because that's the one. I went to that Dunkin' Donuts by whatever that Stop and Shop was. That day that I was trying to find Dunkin' Donuts by your house. That wasn't far either.
I don't think it was that one. No, okay. I'm pretty sure not that one. So I was thinking I have to go 3 towns over to find Takis. I'm going to be late. And then right as I was leaving, I see it on one small stand, and I got the purple Takis.
So you ran back in, or you saw it?
No, I saw it like while I was in the store. So I found it. It was on one lowly stand. And I was just like, I can't believe this. I can't believe how irresponsible I was. And I didn't double check whether I had the right snacks, but I'm dedicated. I left the house at 9:40 and I got it together.
Well, I applaud.
Thank you.
I applaud you. Thank you so much for your dedication. And I'm sorry that I know that startles you greatly as a human being.
It does. And it really sets the tone. I'm just like, what else am I going to mess up?
So that I'm having a hard time getting into. I was 10 minutes late for no other excuse than I'm like having a week and discombobulated. And I don't like the way I look right now. I think it's okay to
beautiful.
I thank you. I think it's okay to say that kind of stuff when you don't feel great. Like everyone goes through it.
Everybody does go through not.
We're all going.
That's a universal feeling.
It's the universal feeling. But I thank you for your rush to the altar dedication that happened.
I am dedicated. I dream about snacks. I think about snacks. I'm researching snacks all the time. In fact, this whole week I have been craving truffles, and I wanted to.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really, oh my God, excuse me.
I know, me too with allergies. Like, I'm going to be having to like turn sideways and cough, you guys.
I'm going to have to edit all of this frogs out. But
frogs in my throat.
So the truffle, and I'm not like a big truffle person. I'm not. So I don't know why I'm having this truffle craving, and I've been looking every day. Like I look on the Godiva website, I look on Amazon, I look on Vosges, which is a chocolatier in New York, and it's just so freaking expensive to get good truffles. And I just even like Godiva, which is so all over the place, it's still like for 16 truffles, it's like, I don't know, $30.
So what we're asking is that if you are a company that makes truffles, please send them to us.
Send them. I need them right now.
We will eat them and we will talk about them and rave about them, most likely, because kind of can't go wrong with a truffle.
Right. And you know what was really bad is like, so I thought, like, I went to the grocery store, I think it was last weekend, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy these Russell Stover's assorted chocolates. Maybe that will get me off
the button.
Yeah. So guess what? I opened them and I looked at the expiration date. It said February 2021. I was like, okay, fine. But I looked at them and they were like ashy.
No.
I threw them out. I was like, what the fuck? All I wanted
disgusting.
is a effing truffle. Like now I'm saying effing. I just said fuck. Who cares?
I do that too, and I have no idea why. I think I hit my like meter in my head, and I'm like, all right, it's time to go PG 13.
Yeah,
I don't know, but so my dedication was I went to 3 stores to find the combination of Doritos and Takis that we had to find today. Not all rush this morning, but had to trickle it throughout the week. So I had to make the time to do that. So you guys see, this is like really important to us. We do this with love and care. I'm going out 3 times in COVID to grocery stores.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, crazy pants. So, but we're really excited.
We are really excited.
As much as we're like, and this and that.
We love it. We're dedicated. Sometimes life takes a bite out of us, but we're still here.
We're going to bite it back.
We still show up. Can I share my Paul Hollywood story for our listeners?
Oh, yes. I wanted you to share. Okay. So just let me set the stage.
Give some background.
Sumona had like, she, like, we've talked, her and I both like crushes. Like, who doesn't like having a crush, right? Like, a crush is just
like the best feeling in the world.
It's a great feeling. And especially in COVID, when like we can't be around people as much in general, crushing on like the people we're watching on TV seems even more like, well, this is what we got. But Sumona is also, she's a great cook. She takes, you know, the idea of being a chef, a pastry chef, a real like a entree chef, very seriously. I like cooking. I'm not like Sumona. She takes it really seriously. She loves the Great British Bake Off. It's like it's like a soother for her.
It's such a soother.
Watched it I don't know how many times over the pandemic. And
oh yeah, I just watch seasons over and over again. And I have favorites.
Yeah, she has favorites. She's got favorite people, favorite food, favorite everything. But Paul Hollywood, I'm going to say this. I know probably, I mean, he's been around a while and I think he's been married several times, but.
No, he's only been married once.
Oh, okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Seems like a player to me.
He is a player.
Oh, okay.
He cheated on his wife.
There you go. Well, at least he only cheated on one wife. That's good.
Yeah,
he learned his lesson. Like
that's nothing. That's peanuts.
But I feel like a lot of people right now like are talking more about Paul, but Sumona, I feel like, is the first friend of mine who's like, I wish he would slip in some my DMs kind of business.
I do.
He is the old gent that she
Silver fox, some would say,
wants to grab a hold of his cannoli, if you will. Wait, he's British?
Yeah, so it's like
what's a Brit like a tea?
A biscuit?
A biscuit.
Yeah.
Eat some biscuits.
I mean, he's not Italian.
Crumpets.
I guess if it was an Italian, it would be like biscotti.
Cannoli
or cannoli. Cannoli, I think, because he's British, so it's probably.
Yeah, cannoli. I would say a crumpet. She wants to share crumpet and tea with him, and and we have a story.
Well,
Drumroll.
So, Paul is very sexy, and I think that I started liking him because he's really good at what he does, and that's always very attractive to me. And if I think you're smart and I think you're good at what you do, then I will start having a crush on you, especially during a pandemic. Like I was watching that Social Dilemma movie and all of these nerds from Silicon Valley were on, and they were not really very attractive, but because they were so smart, I'm like,
speaking the truth,
I'd date them. Oh, that guy.
I like to think that about myself just because my day job is a little in the tech world. I'm like, all right, well, if she's attractive in tech standards.
Ooh, burn. Okay, so back to Paul.
And food standards.
So I follow Paul on Instagram, and he posted this picture of hamburger buns that looked enormous. So
Talk about tempting.
And then one of his hashtags is nice buns.
Oh man. I asked her if she gets help. I asked her if he gets help with his Instagram, and she said it's so cheesy that she
I don't think so. Like I told you,
takes pictures of planes.
It's like one of the posts is like planes flying across the sky,
which is like what your uncle or your grandpa would do.
Exactly. Yeah. He's not getting help. This is his own Instagram account. So, anyways, I commented, and I was the first person to comment first for minutes. Not like seconds, where like it's not like Henry Cavill's Instagram where it's like, forget it, your comment's never going to be seen.
Hers sat there.
It sat there like
glowing,
just illuminating, being first.
Like, and I gotta look at who this person is, and she's beautiful on her Instagram, so he should have checked it out.
So I was like, oh my God, like maybe he like will actually see this comment. This is very exciting. Well, he never replied, and it was a good comment because they were huge buns, right? So I wrote, how big are those buns? We need something next to them for scale. Great comment, I think, because then it's like there's a call to action.
To action, or he could have replied and been like, compare it to a crumpet or whatever.
Compare it to my ass, whatever.
Dirty.
It's the size of a butt cheek. I don't know, but like it would have been nice
if he held it up to his face or something and would have seen it.
Total call to action. Great comment. Not just like, oh, I love your buns. Those are a lot of sesame seeds. Like
hashtag nice buns. Yeah.
Was not a lame comment. So then I guess it was yesterday or the day before, I got a private message from Paul Hollywood .private.fan.
You guys know that was official.
And it said, thanks for the comment. I am Paul Hollywood. And I deleted it. I mean, it was so sad. It was like, it's so exciting for a second.
You excited for a second.
It's so exciting for a second. And then you're like, God damn, these scammers.
That
like,
happened.
What do you want from me? I'm not going to give you 1,000 pounds or whatever. Or like, you're probably American. And also like the bio of this fake profile is like copy and pasted to a T from Paul's profile. And the best part, on Paul's profile, he actually posted this photo with a picture of his profile with the blue tick mark highlighted. And he was like, all of my fans, I keep getting messages from you. Do not believe the fake Instagrams. I only have one Instagram. I do not have a private Instagram. Look for the tick mark.
But in the pandemic,
followers.
somebody could like really just be like, but is he just trying to deter people?
I mean, that person is an idiot. Like, this is
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that they could feel that way.
I think Paul is like 54.
You know, he can't keep up with 2 Instagrams.
He can't. No, he's not doing 2 Instagrams. He's only
doing one, and it's not that great.
Exactly. And it's just like usually like promo pictures, like now since they're, you know, in the season and like episodes are coming out. So it's a lot of the promo pictures of like this and the challenges and stuff, less planes, which is nice. But yeah, that's not Paul. But it really kind of broke my heart for a second because I'm like, I could have gone a DM. I was the first comment.
So we think one day, guys, like we're all.
I'm just a fan. And I'm like, I'm not a creepster. I don't.
You're not a creepster. It happened to me one time. I forgot about this when you had originally told me this story. That so I love James Taylor. I've always loved James Taylor, and both of his children are musical and artsy, Sally and Ben. And
you act like you like babysit for them.
The older, they're like
Sally
my
and
age.
Ben, I've been babysitting for years.
Well, and their mom is Carly Simon, so they're just like music. Arts royalty, right?
They are. And like, they've got music in their veins.
Yeah. And so Ben Taylor, he's super like kooky and quirky and creative. And so I like what he does a lot. And I like his like versions of songs he does a lot and things like that. I got a fake one like that. That was like, thanks so much for, this is the real Ben Taylor. And it wasn't the same. And it was like, thanks so much for liking my photos.
Ben Taylor.private.fan.
Yeah, it was just like, it was like the real Ben Taylor or something like that. And so I just, I was just like, you're welcome. I replied to it and then they didn't say anything back.
Yeah.
So I was like,
this is not my first rodeo with scammers. Like, I am a Henry Cavill fan, and so a lot of Henry Cavill scammers have tried to come for me as well. Like, I don't know what they want from me. I think it's about money.
Well, that's what
I think.
Well, I didn't know either, so I was like, if I just say I'm curious, like, what is this person going to? And I just said, you're welcome, and they didn't say anything. And I left it before I blocked them. I left it for like a couple days and nothing. But you know what, guys? You know what isn't a scam? Takis. But
you know what I think is really interesting about Takis is like they're like when I was saying how I couldn't find it in my white neighborhood store, like I've always kind of thought as Takis as being like an urban brand as compared to like an everyday run-of-the-mill Doritos. And then I you know, not to take away from facts, which are facts, but I was reading a little bit about Takis since I've never had one. I don't know what a Taki tastes like. But it was geared to more the Latinx culture because it's like Spanish flavors and Spanish words and stuff. The
company's headquartered in Coppell, Texas. Like and there's what's funny about, we'll get into Takis. Let's just rip it because
rip it because we have talked about
it. So here's the story. Sumona has never had the regular purple bag Takis like she so desperately.
And you have, Lauren?
And I have. Yes.
Okay. So I didn't know that for sure.
Takis came out in 1999, and I'm pretty sure that I had them in 1999.
So they're a millennial. Well, they're a Gen Z snack.
Yeah, they're a Gen Z snack. I graduated high school in 1999, and I'm not afraid to say that out loud. So, like,
OMG,
she's old. What really an old bag. I mean, I don't look it. I look like I graduated high school 10 years ago, not 21 years ago.
2 years ago.
Thank you. Good skin. Okay, so wear your sunscreen. So Takis, where it was all about like a pack of the punch flavor when it came out. And I think that that's why it was appealing to me. Plus, like, we used to leave school and go to gas stations. That was like a thing. And it was like it's like a gas station you probably will definitely find no matter what neighborhood you're in, I think, this kind of a snack. Maybe even your 7-Eleven where you always find your Monster Slim
Yeah, I
Jims.
think it was there. It's a convenience store snack. It's just not always
and it's not, but it is showing up more and more. Snack. Yeah, it's showing up more and more. I live right now in north of Atlanta in the burbs, and it's a pretty uppity area, but they did have Takis. They just didn't have the variation in all the places, so I had to go to a couple also to find the variations of Doritos, because we have so many grocery stores in such a small confined area. Some of them are big and some of them are little. Yes. And you never know what you're going to find in some of them. And now that
like, I don't think we have a chain of grocery stores here in the Northeast called King's, and I doubt that I would ever find Takis at a King's. Forget about it.
So, like at Publix, they did have the purple Takis.
There you go. Lauren is holding it up.
Yeah, but they didn't have the variations there. So then I had to go to Kroger. And then I went to another Publix.
And these were just variations that Lauren and I decided that whatever variations we could find. I have 2 variations off of the original.
I think I do too. I don't know. I bought so much food because of our audibles too this week that there's a lot of food on the floor. But I think that we should just go in.
Are we going to do Takis first?
Yeah, let's do
This is a Doritos Takis episode if we didn't say that.
But I want to focus on the Takis first.
Okay.
Because you have never had them before. So while you are going in and trying, I'm going to just add a few little snippets of information. So tear open your bag.
So I am trying first.
Yeah. So these are corn rolled chip snacks. Shaped like small tortillas.
My first impression just from smell is that you smell the corn and you smell the acidity right from the get-go. Those are the 2 scents that I smell. And like acidity from like citrus, like lime.
I smell, for me, and this just might be how I smell stuff. She just went in with the whole thing right in her mouth. I just smell like barbecue chips actually when I first smell it.
The lime hits you immediately. Mm-hmm. And then the corn, so it's very similar to how the scents came out. And then just for me, like it's heat, not unbearable at all, little more than subtle, but very doable. Mm-hmm. But this is Fuego. Fuego in Spanish is fire. I mean, to me, Fuego sounds like it would be really hot, but this is obviously the main regular.
And they look really hot. Like,
they look hot, but this isn't very hot.
They're powdered with a lot of powder. So they look like you're going to put them in your mouth and you're just going to be like,
yeah, I've got ouch. If you're watching and not listening, I have 2 dots of red powder, like really red powder on my fingers. And it says hot chili pepper and lime tortilla chips, but I think that it's a buildable heat. Like, it's not heat that's like staying or lingering, and it's like heat that just goes to your cheeks. It doesn't even stay on your tongue for me.
It's a good snack. It's
good, and it's also it's easier to put in your mouth because it's rolled up. Like, I think that's Takis thing too. It's a rolled up tortilla chip, like whereas Doritos are just like tortilla chips. This is rolled up, so it's like really easy to just put in your mouth without touching too much of the surface, which I always really like because I don't actually like touching a lot of chips when I eat it, and I only eat with my index and thumb. I don't touch chips with the other fingers at all. That is my thing.
Like a pincha.
Like I'm like a little pinch.
She's eating with a pincha.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna get my hands dirty, I only like to get 2 of my fingers dirty. Let's clean up. But this is a great snack. I'm liking it. It's a good flavor, and I love. It's similar to my favorite Doritos, which I asked Lauren to get, which was difficult to find. If you want to go into that, Lauren, it's a good segue.
Well, do we want to try the other Takis?
We could.
Why don't we just try their Takis?
Okay, we'll do the Takis. I thought it was a good segue, but
it is a good segue, but we can still have the rest of the Takis and then go into yours.
Okay, so
which I feel like yours are fake Doritos, but that's a whole. I don't want to talk about.
What do you mean, mine are fake Doritos? You mean mine are fake Takis?
No, your Doritos are like Takis wannabes.
Yeah, so they're fake Takis. You said they're fake Doritos.
Oh, well, yes. Well, they're fake Doritos in that they're not. They don't look like or are a lot like Doritos.
I don't know. I don't think that's. I think you mean that they're Taki wannabes. Not
they are
Taki
wannabes. Whatever.
All right. So what Takis?
So the Takis slogans are: "Are we Takis enough?" Spawning off of their commercials.
I've never seen a Takis commercial either.
Well, I guess that's the market you're in, huh?
I'm in old white people market.
Yeah,
rich.
So
old
the
white
fun,
people
the most interesting part I feel about Takis is that, well, actually, there's a fine line between Doritos and Takis. Nobody really knows how they were invented. Like, there's myths that I'll share with both
the
myths.
Legend, the mythology. I'm very
so Takis
is
said to be invented by a person named Morgan Sanchez. Though little information about this person and how exactly they did invent Takis could be found, it does appear that Takis was invented in the year of 1999 in Mexico before being introduced excuse me, into the United States in the year of 2006. How did I eat them in my high school years?
Did you go to Mexico?
No.
Is this some weird Tijuana trip that you went to?
No, but I'm wondering if I went to a place that like imported, like.
Yeah, maybe. Did you go to a bodega and they
I might have. I might have. I know I've had them. I know I had them at a very young age. In high school? Yeah.
What if this is an implanted memory and it wasn't really?
Yeah, like I was abducted by aliens.
Yeah, Taki aliens. I don't know.
New Mexico's not that far from there, so it's.
So you had them. We don't know how because they apparently were introduced into the United States.
I think they were introduced in mass to the United States in 2006, but I think they were still around. So
you went to some artisanal bodega that had
junk food. Yeah, I don't know, but it's this myth about. It's funny that it's this myth about the person who invented it, and then also, like the Takis name comes from like taquitos. Which is
love a taquito.
Which you can see the similarity in the roll.
Yeah, so a taquito is like a rolled up tortilla that is fried, usually with like chicken or cheese or whatever. Yeah. I'm sure it's like it's an American Mexican thing. I don't know if it's like authentically. Is it authentically Mexican?
I mean, I think it is because...
Or maybe a Tex-Mex thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a real thing.
I mean, it is real. Like, you can get it at Mexican restaurants.
And then another fun fact, Takis is also a name for a boy in Greece a lot of the times. That's
yeah. It's a Greek name, too.
I'm just coming out with the facts, guys.
That's right.
What if you're on Jeopardy or doing trivia when life gets back to normal? Now you have some facts.
So, the green. I didn't get the green. What is that? What kind? So Lauren is holding up a green Takis bag. What flavor is that, Lauren?
Crunchy fajitas.
Okay, that sounds lame.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm,
Don't hate on your Takis.
I just don't know.
I just feel like, did you get Nitro? Because I felt like Nitro was going to be the next easy one to find. So I picked one that maybe wasn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Lauren's calling my Taki choice basic.
Oh, I'm not saying it's basic, but I'm saying you told me there was a good chance you weren't going to find harder to find Takis. And this one, I feel like
I get that it's hard to find. And I didn't find it. But for me, anything that's fajita flavored, that doesn't really appeal to me because I don't really ever care for fajitas. Like if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant or even Chili's, let's say, I'm never the person to order the sizzling fajitas. I think it's so attention seeking.
It is. But they're delicious and everybody wants a piece of it.
Loud and everybody knows you're getting. I'm just like not about that. And I don't really like fajitas. Unless I was doing low carb.
The person who gets the fajitas. I love having my food still hot and sizzling when I get them out.
Are you also the person who likes everybody in the restaurant to sing you happy birthday?
No. I'm all right. A hard pass. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's not about seeking attention for me. It's about seeking attention for the star, which is the food.
The food.
I want my food to be the star of the table. I want everyone to be like, oh, I should have gotten that.
So you love having like people have food
Food
buyer's
FOMO.
remorse or
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
So
Well,
I went in with the fajitas.
okay. So
and
you
did
tasted
the nitro.
fajitas.
You did nitro.
And
It's the same shape, and it still, to me, has the
so
same
what is,
kind of
when you put your nose, give me the nose of it first.
Okay, nose of it is, smells a little sweeter than the original
The
Fuego.
Fuego.
Yeah.
Fuego.
Fuego.
Okay. So she's going in, and I'm gonna we'll edit out the eating sounds.
Some people like it.
Who likes it? Who likes hearing us eat?
Somebody
Psychos?
told me they like hearing like the bag drip open and stuff though.
Okay, the bag, sure, but I think
I'm away from it.
I know
It's really crunchy.
Lauren is she's a doll. She knows that I get a little crazy about sounds of food because just so many of my friends hate it. So I don't want to be like a person.
I really was putting my hand in front of the microphone and
no, she was.
I'm just a loud chewer.
Okay. So Lauren,
It's like
you swallowed.
Yes, I have. It's
Okay.
it's the mild version of the Fuego is what it is.
So then it's not worth buying because the Fuego isn't even that Fuego.
I think it's worth buying. If you not for me, for taste, sorry. Allergies. Not for my taste. But if you are somebody who doesn't like the over spicy, like I could see a regular Taki being spicy for somebody who doesn't like spicy.
Okay. So I guess this is a very narrow scenario because this person who would be buying these green what is it, fajita flavored Takis is a person who doesn't like a lot of spice. So they could be going to a convenience store starving. The only thing that they see that is an option to eat are Takis, and then it's this flavor of Taki. Because if you're a person who doesn't like spice, why would you be going for a Taki to begin with?
I agree. I didn't look up Taki recipes. I will say that right now, but it gives you like, when people like cook with like Fritos and stuff.
Sure. Like this, look, you could crunch this, like
this
you could take it in a bag, crunch it up.
Put it in
crumbs.
a dip or something.
Put it in a dip, or you could coat it on chicken, so it gives a nice crunchy.
So to me, it has
thing.
it has a cookability to it too.
Oh, I love that. That's a great use
because
for
people
these.
do like some things like that too, where they don't want to do it too hot because again, sometimes you don't know, like Super Bowl party stuff or whatever. You don't know your whole audience. You want to make it. So I would like that's what I look at certain mild things, but I'm also like if we're gonna talk Doritos for 2 seconds. Like I can't decide between like I like the cheese one sometimes and I like the Cool Ranch sometimes, Yeah. And Cool Ranch isn't like super spicy and the cheese isn't super cheesy, but it has a good taste. Mm-hmm. If you like a Taki based taste and you don't want to go in with the spicy, this is kind of like your basic. Even though the purple came out first and that was the basic and the standard is spicy, I get what you're saying. I still think that like sometimes people don't want, like if you want to like this, not the best thing to eat all the time is a bunch of chips, but if you're in for like wanting handfuls of chips, or if you're trying to ease yourself into the spice, some people are not good with the spice, and this is a good gateway drug.
And they're trying to like build up their spice tolerance.
Build up your spice tolerance.
Takis.
But you went the hotter, so you are in the nitro.
Nitro. Nitro just reminds me of the roller coaster at Six Flags. Like
Nitro reminds me of WWE wrestling.
Right, for that one person who likes the bag opening. I opened the bag. All right, let me give you the nose.
When we say the nose, we're smelling inside the bag.
It's a wine term. If you don't know that,
they might not.
Well, it's a wine term, okay? It's
when she rolled her eyes at you, and I am all for the person who doesn't know that term. It's all right with the.
I've decided to be the bougie one today. Yeah. So it's a wine term. So it's when people are like smelling the wine. It's part of the experience. So for snacks, I'm smelling the chips. It's part of the experience. All right.
She still was making a face while she said all of that.
Well, you can see it on YouTube if you care that much.
Or you can actually go to a winery
and see people smelling wine. Okay, so
no,
the
you
Nitro.
can smell wine.
Me? Why can't I smell these chips? It's
No,
part
I'm
of
saying
the thing.
you can go to a winery and smell wine. You don't have to watch people on YouTube doing it. Go out and live your
No,
life.
I was saying like if you. Oh my god, I was saying watch me smell the chips on YouTube.
Sorry, just watch her on YouTube smelling things.
My God, it's so hard to do things virtually. So the first smell that I smell is spice. It's like
I smell.
overwhelmingly spice smell, like a cayenne smell. Okay, so I'm
Does that make
expecting
you
this
excited, or it makes you nervous, or you're like, I don't know, anticipation?
Or anticipation. It makes me feel anticipation, like in general.
Yeah.
I would say 50,
excitement
50.
in the anticipation, not like, ooh, this is gonna be hot. Like,
I'm never too scared. Like unless I'm having some ghost pepper hot sauce competition, I'm not too scared to try spice.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say that I can have the most amount of spice. Like again, I'm gonna shout out to my friend Katie because Katie's a real spice handler.
Hey, Katie.
And I look up to her. And as an Indian woman, an American Indian woman, I think I'm a little bit lame when it comes to spice. I should handle more, but I'm pretty good. I love spice. I put in everything.
Thanks, Katie, for watching.
Thanks, Katie. I think she listens.
Or listening.
I don't know. No, maybe she listens. All right. So here I go. I think it's going to be spicy. It smells spicy.
It looks like the other ones, though. Looks like the purple. Ooh, she's making a scrunchy nose. Is it too much?
It is a really weird taste right in the beginning. Like, not a food taste. Like, almost like a floral taste. Like you spritzed your mouth with perfume. It is not good. And it's not very spicy. Like,
does it taste like chewing tobacco?
Does it taste like a Slim Jim? Oh, by the way, little side note, I ordered an 18-pack of Tabasco Monster Slim Jims, and I've been eating one every day.
And she has no more friends.
My parents still love me. Those are the only people I see.
They just lock her in the basement. They're like, you smell. Get that out of your system.
Actually, my breath is fine. Whoever said that, F off.
I mean, you can have Tabasco breath in this environment because we should be 6 feet away from each other. So,
all right, but back to this, the Takis, the Nitro. Oh my God, it's too much. It's not spicy enough. The second flavor that hits you after the weird perfume is the lime taste. It has a lot of lime, which I really like in a chip, but that doesn't make up for this grossness. They all actually have some
good lime in there, which I do like about the original.
Should I have another one? Do you think that like perfume thing was just a one-off? Like,
I would love to know. I would love to know.
Oh my God. Like, that was shocking.
I would love to know.
I'm scared now. All right, less perfume on the second one.
Okay, maybe you just got a dose of. Maybe somebody sprayed perfume in that bag.
Like a disgruntled employee was like, "I'm putting my perfume in this one."
Yeah, I don't know.
It just tastes really
I'm trying to see
limey.
if I can see anything. I'm looking to see if I can see anything in here.
You know what I think it is? I think it's their artificial habanero flavor because the first one is just hot chili pepper and lime, and this is habanero and lime. So it must be whatever artificial habanero they have. But it's fine. Again, I was expecting Takis to blow my mind with spice. This is slightly spicier, but not enough. I mean, not enough to call it Nitro. IMO.
There are definitely some people who have said they have claims that this, like, they've been sick to their stomach before.
Oh, like a butt burning thing? Is this a butt burning?
I think it's beyond the butt burning. I think it's straight up like we couldn't eat this. We got sick. We went to the doctor, kind of a thing. So, yeah, that's not great. Okay.
So what other Takis?
Those were the only Takis I grabbed. I think that I can see.
I have one more Taki.
Oh, okay. Then you got to go in.
Oh my God. So this is the guacamole. flavored Takis.
You're gonna hate those. Those are gonna be mild. Too
Yeah,
mild for
I'm
you.
not excited about these at all. They're in a lame white bag. Who's gonna care about this at all? What I really wanted to try was the blue Takis, but I couldn't find them.
Well, what are the blue ones?
Like, I don't know, blue fire. I have no idea.
Okay.
But they are blue. So maybe those are the ones that got people sick to their stomachs because it's artificial blue coloring.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. So as soon as I open this bag,
Oh my God.
the nose of it is overwhelming. And it is that of a bell pepper, which isn't bad, but it's like you're not
That's
expecting.
weird for guacamole.
You're not expecting a big ass bell pepper smell, green bell pepper smell to come out of a bag. All right, here I go.
Here she goes again on her own. Because I'm not eating these Takis. No.
They're fine. They just don't taste like guacamole, obviously.
Yeah, that's a weird, I don't know. That's a hard one to say. Like,
it's a little sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Not spicy at all.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first taste that I got? I forgot already. It's not memorable. It kind of tastes like Doritos ranch.
Okay.
Little bit.
Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
That's definitely not guacamole though.
No.
Also, just another fun fact about Takis. Takis are often compared to hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos and Takis go together. There's actually a song we're going to post on our social media that a bunch of kids wrote called Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. It's very cute.
I've never actually even heard it. So.
I know. I need to send it to you. I forgot to send you the link.
That's okay.
It's adorable. It came out, oh my gosh, like 5 or 6 years ago. But in 2012, a lot of schools started banning hot Cheetos and Takis because kids were eating them all the time. And like, that's when they started deeming things like unhealthy snacks and stuff in school. And Takis in particular became an underground currency in a lot of playgrounds. And there's like,
wow, that's serious.
There's like several articles about that, which I think are really funny. And they also
they are a cultural phenomenon.
They're a cultural phenomenon. Kids love them. I think probably because it seems like, you know, the second you can say somebody says, "Oh, you can't have them because they're bad for you," everyone's like, "Oh, I want them." And then the area of your body in which Takis attack is your gallbladder. So so there's also some gallbladder related.
So what happens for people who don't have gallbladders who have had it removed? Because I know that it's hard for them to digest fat and stuff.
No, I think you have to stay away. Actually,
so if you don't have a gallbladder, stay away from
please
Takis.
Don't eat anything we're eating today, basically, because today's
it's probably not good. I mean, you know, gallbladders are one of those things where, you know, people can survive without them. You know, but I think there's usually a reason why something's in our body that we're like born with, you know?
Yeah. And maybe why your body was like, I just taste perfume right now. And your body was like, reject. Right. You know, it could have been.
And then
like,
I just dismissed that signal.
And I encouraged her to eat more. She's like, I'll taste it now.
Such a metaphor for life.
Yeah. Your friends are terrible. Namely Lauren. I just want to say Barcel is the name of the brand.
Yes.
But Barcel is owned by the bigger entity that we know as Bimbo, which is a lot of
a bitty bitty Bimbo.
a bitty Bimbo. Yeah. They're doing a docu-series on Selena.
Selena says aquí.
If I could.
Okay, no more singing.
So Doritos, baby. Doritos have been around since we've been children. No lie.
Yeah.
It's not a fever dream in Mexico. This is true.
It's an iconic triangular logo.
Frito-Lay.
I don't think people recognize it without even writing the name of it. We know what Doritos are. They really have the market on flavored tortilla chips.
Yeah. Tagline forever has been for the bold. That was like one of their first ones.
Nice.
Released in 1966. and it came out basically like on the market 67 to 72. 72 is when nacho cheese hit. So they had kind of like a baseline nacho flavor, and it was just in like this orange bag. If you go back and you look, it's kind of like an iconic. If you see it, you notice it from when you were a kid, I think.
So yeah, it's like the white half of the thing is white, the bottom is blue.
No, the
is it
bottom's orange. The bottom was orange first. And there was another brand, and I didn't look up who made these, but they were called Bravos, which was like a competitor brand for Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it was probably, if it wasn't like Frito-Lay, it was one of those other companies
that Frito-Lay just demolished.
Right. And they were round, but they had the same kind of like powdery cheese.
So the first flavor of Dorito you're saying is, did they call it nacho or not nacho?
I think they just called it nacho, and I don't think it was toasted corn taste tortilla. Oh, they just said it was a tortilla chip. Sorry, but it had a powder on it, like it was a cheese powder, but it was just called a Dorito tortilla chip.
And then they upped the flavor and they do the first nacho cheese.
In the early 70s is when it was on the up and up. Doritos supposedly in Spanish means little golden things.
Oh,
which I didn't know that. I didn't either. It's
the things like a magpie would like.
Yeah, I think we go right into it. We do not have. Oh, here's a photo.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah,
that
it's
was the
white
first one,
and no triangle. It was like blocks of color of yellow alternating with
very
orange.
70s.
Yeah, Doritos. Yeah,
and like a little kind of
sombrero.
Yeah,
making it Latin.
So. And I want to tell you about like how they think this was formed. Today we are not eating the standard Doritos because I think almost everyone on the planet has. And if you haven't, just want to say, get them. They're delightful.
Yeah,
they have always
an American delight.
It's always put me in a good mood to have a Dorito. It's like I want a chip, but I don't know what I want. And then you see a Dorito, and you're like, this just made my morning.
Doritos,
this just made my afternoon.
For me, Doritos are also evening. Like the ultimate party snack. Like if you're having a party, put out a bowl of Doritos.
What is okay? Doing? On the count of 3, out of the 2, what's the one that you put out at a party? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Nacho.
Cool Ranch. I knew we were gonna be opposite.
Yeah,
I go Cool Ranch because I feel like there's other cheese snacks usually put out.
I guess, but like I feel like some people really don't like Cool Ranch, so I didn't like. I feel like people would eat a nacho chip over like the majority. I love Cool Ranch, like it's great.
Like I see Cool Ranch at a party, I'm like, I can be friends with you.
Oh wow, that's a lot of judgment. Like maybe we wouldn't be friends if you came to my party because I probably would get like regular.
I bet you would have something else that's amazing though that would make me be like we could be friends.
I would do like
this is like a low bar. We could be friends. Like what kind of Doritos the person has.
But I will say, I mean, since we're not doing reg flavors of Doritos today, I don't even go for regular nacho anymore because they make a spicy nacho, which I like more. So that's a little bit darker red bag than regular.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Nacho. It's like a little brick red, slightly.
So if you asked me today, I would say Cool Ranch out of the 2 is my more favorite. But we both like other varieties of Doritos. And so we're trying each other's Doritos. I have never tried Sumona's, but Sumona has had mine before, but she's going to describe it while I describe hers. Now,
and I will say that after having Takis, though, Lauren, you are right. I think it's Doritos' answer. My favorite Doritos is Doritos' answer to Takis.
Yeah, it's their answer. It's their answer, or also copycat. Because there's also another green bag of Doritos that I did buy called Salsa Verde that I was also going to try because I was pretty sure that this was it. And then I looked at it and I'm like, she didn't pick a freaking Dorito. She picked a Taki Dorito. So I bought this other one too to try. I never had the Salsa Verde, so I was going to try
my
both.
favorite combo of flavor.
Tell us about it.
There we go. Oh, well, that's sort of the one that I want, but it's not actually. That's the Dinamita.
This was the only chili limon I could find. I went like a million places.
So actually my favorite is called like Doritos.
Got the wrong ones. I should just quit.
No, it's okay. It's a similar, yours is a similar spice profile, but it's not exactly the same.
Well, I might not be eating the ones that she wants.
No,
this one looks like
mine is Flamin' Hot Limon. So that's where you got Limon from.
Oh, okay.
So I will, the picture up here. Oh, geez, Louise.
Oh, it's a lighter green.
So this is but
it's still like a Taki shape, like this one.
It's not a Taki shape. It's a regular Dorito shape.
That's why I said
no
this
wonder
is a Taki
you thought
wannabe.
that I was talking about that. Okay,
yeah,
but it's a similar profile.
It looks exactly like a Taki.
The Dinamita Dorito stuff is really competing to have that Latin Taki thing because it's rolled up like a Taki, and Lauren is holding out. It looks exactly like a Taki.
It's redder than the Taki I had.
It's not what my favorite Dorito is. Mine is
I'll try it.
Chile Flamin' Hot Limon is my favorite. I'll
try it. I'm sorry. I couldn't. Okay. That did not exist anywhere either because everywhere I went, I was like, I'm just going to buy all the green Doritos. I literally went to 3 places.
It sells out a lot where I live. So I saw it when I was shopping for this stuff and I bought 3 bags.
Yeah. So. Well, that makes sense why they don't have any because I literally went to 3 places to try to find your Doritos and I clearly was unsuccessful. I thought that this was it. But I was like, she eats a Taki. Well, this is actually a good anyway because we're talking about Takis. Yeah. So we've said a lot of Dorito names. So this one is the Diamante Chili Limon. Looks exactly like.
This is Diamante? That's what I'm like calling it Dinamita.
Dinamita. You're right. You know what it is? These eyes are like not eyes. They're like, it's the morning.
As Lauren's chewing, the reason why I realized in the chip form, a hot and lime flavor. Like that is my favorite snack chip.
That's what this is.
Yeah, I like it spicy and I like it sour. I've had that actually. I do like it, but I do like my fiery limon or whatever better.
This is exactly what it tastes like. It's like the powder definitely, whatever kind of patent they have on their Dorito flavor, you taste a difference in like this powder versus a Taki powder. Like they definitely are distinct. So you feel like you're eating a Dorito, but it is rolled up. And it is like spicy chili-ish. And then as you bite into it, you get like a sweet immediately, which is like the limon. And then afterwards it does. It's like after you took a shot and you do a lime and first the lime is sweet and then it's sour. That's literally exactly. And my hands got a lot dirtier.
Oh, yeah. Look at how there's a lot of flavor on her fingers right now. Like a lot more than my Takis.
Look at my pinches. My pinches are red.
The Doritos are really, really coated with flavor, which I appreciate. If I'm going to go with these artificial snacks, I want it to be flavor coated. And I will say with my chip, the Dorito one, not the one that is rolled up, I can eat. I haven't eaten a whole, and this is not a small snack bag. I'm talking about regular size bag.
Yeah, these are regular snack bags.
I can eat half of it at a time, and my fingers get stained. My nails get stained orange.
I think you would get stained from these too.
Yeah.
From the
And I don't like that part of it. I'm not saying like, oh my God, like look at my badge of honor of stained fingers, but
she is. She's like, look at how tough I am. Spiciness.
They're so addictive to me. Like it's my favorite flavor. So on to Lauren's flavor. Yeah,
I'm just gonna eat this Salsa Verde while you're eating that because I'll just try it. But I've never had it. It seems more mild. Salsa Verde seems mild to me.
Why don't you just go for it and tell us like what was the nose of it? Did you tell us the nose?
Sweet.
Okay.
It smells sweet. It tastes like the residue of a salsa.
The residue of a salsa?
Like if you had a chip that had
it's like salsa water. It tastes like salsa water.
Yeah, but it's like powdery, but yeah, it tastes like it was just dipped in salsa.
So it's exactly what it says.
It's exactly what it says. It's not bad.
How would you rate it? Like, would you say, like, if somebody put out these Salsa Verde Doritos at a party, what would you think of them? Go.
I feel like they were trying to be fancy, so I'd rate them at like a 6.
So you're like, you're saying they're trying to be fancy. So would you consider them like a try hard?
A try hard, because to me, Cool Ranch is like a no-brainer if you're trying to go like kind of spicy but crowd pleaser. This is like,
You think of Cool Ranch as spicy? Like, what do you mean by spicy?
instead of a normal tortilla chip,
okay,
it has
a
spice on it.
But if you're putting out a regular tortilla chip, I would hope to God that you're putting out guacamole and salsa or nacho dip.
I agree with you, but like,
or 7-layer.
Oh my God.
Who are these people?
Monsters. No, I'm just saying that if you see a bowl, like I'll dip a Cool Ranch Dorito in a dip.
Sure. But it doesn't need a dip because it has so much flavor.
Doesn't need one, but it's like a nice option. I feel like there's a million green bags to my left. Like one purple and like all these big green bags of things. But
I will say that what I do like to do, because with the Fiesta Limon that I like, the heat adds up. Like I'm like like a dog.
Wow. That was a great impersonation of a dog.
Of a dog? Thank you.
You could be like a cartoon dog.
I could be a dog.
You could be a cartoon dog for a voice.
Thank you. Wow, that's so nice.
I know.
But what was I saying? Oh yes, sometimes I have.
She's like now, like, yes, I need to start applying for.
Listen, I've done voiceover work. That's what I was trying to do before. And my first commercial that I got was a Trojan condoms commercial. So there's a little factoid for you guys. But I'd like to play a cartoon dog now. Please.
I think you would be the best cartoon dog. Like you have such a high, like fun voice, and then you have, and then I'd be like, "Hey guys,"
You'd be
I'd be
the
like,
old dog,
the old dog neighbor. Yeah, get off my grass.
We need to go back to my Fiesta Limon. They are so spicy. The spice definitely adds up, and it's additive and cumulative. And I actually like to dip it into like a French onion dip.
Dang. Okay.
Just to cool it off a little. Like if I'm really feeling club fatty that day, why not go all the way?
Did you ever have the Frito-Lay bean dip that was like so popular when we were kids?
I think that no, because it's like you peel it back like it's dog food.
Yes. Yes, it was very simple, and I think my dad used to eat it a lot. So like it
seems like it would be dangerous, like because it's like bean dip from a can. It's not. I always get
because they didn't care about our safety in the 80s. It was just like, this is how you get it.
I don't even get like the French onion dip, the Lay's dip that's by the chips. I always get the refrigerated French onion.
My mom is like that too.
Yeah. Helva, is that what it is? You know what I'm talking about? With the red Fiesta, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite
great.
dip.
Yeah, that's a good dip. Yeah. But back in the day, like there wasn't as many options. And like that Frito-Lay bean dip, when you said that was like.
I mean, I kind of want to eat that right now.
It just,
like, I would eat it.
That classic, like what it looked like, and I don't know. There's just something about when snacks have come a long way. There's so many options. There's like there used
the game is strong.
The game is really strong, but you just used to not have like you just had certain options, and like the staple was it.
The bean dip.
It was like here's Fritos and here's the bean dip. Now there's like a million types of Fritos too. Like it's just. Yeah.
I'm not a Frito fan. Like people love that chili
Fritos. No. Talk about the nose with the Frito bag.
They smell. They're very corn. B.O.
It is like corn B.O. It's so sick.
Okay, well, on to the last Doritos. This is Lauren's favorite. I'm holding up a small snack size.
I wish
spicy,
I got snack size.
Sweet chili. Yeah, I ordered the spicy variety pack from Amazon at the beginning of quarantine, and
yours was in there. Mine was in there.
Yeah, along with the Dinamita, but not the Fiesta Limon. I found that. I don't know where I found that. I think I just saw it on the internet. I'm like, what are those? And I ordered them, and then I fell in love.
Are you randomly looking up about Doritos on the internet prior to this podcast?
Yeah, I started looking them up during the beginning of quarantine. Like just how I started looking up like Tabasco things, and I found like Tabasco chocolate that I want to try. This is what I do. Why am I not getting paid for this
true,
yet?
but that's true especially in the beginning of quarantine. I think we were all looking up everything.
Ooh, can I tell you about the nose?
Yeah, tell me about the nose.
And I've had these before and I actually like them, but you know, I broke up with them and my love has changed now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so immediate nose is one of sweet chili, like really sweet chili, what you think like the Thai sweet chili condiment. So you smell it and you can smell the sweet immediately, and it has like a little bit of, I mean, not Asian, it's not like an umami flavor.
I like umami.
Who doesn't like umami? It's like the sixth
and I don't think
or something. No, but it's like, I don't want to be like pretentious, like
I
sweet
smell
chili
hints
Doritos.
of
Oh
bark.
my god, the umami is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, here I go.
And the color of it isn't like overwhelming like the orange nacho. It has a little bit of a yellowy color to the powder.
So upon entration of the mouth, I would say that it has like, it's similar to a Cool Ranchy feel.
Yeah, it's like an elevated Cool Ranch. That's what I think it is.
It is definitely an elevated Cool Ranch, because then towards the end of your bite, you're hit with the sweet chili. So it has a sweet finish, not spicy. I did used to think back in the day when these first came out, I remember when I first had them, like it was that memorable. I was at a friend's apartment in Hawthorne, New Jersey. They had a little soiree and they had
They popped those out?
Spicy sweet chilies. I was like, what?
So that's
what
not
is
trying
this
too
new
hard.
flavor?
That's killing it. I think the Salsa Verde.
Yeah, that's killing it.
I think Salsa Verde is like a 6. I think that's a hot 10.
Yeah, because it's so interesting. And I was like, these are addictive. These are great. These are my new favorite Doritos. But over quarantine, I found out who my true love is.
She's
Fiesta Limon.
She's the light green bag and I'm the purple bag.
And it's hard to find. Like, my love is rare.
Actually, it's hard to find mine too. That out of the 3 stores I went to was only at 1.
Really? I think they're popular up here.
I think they're getting more popular. Or they're so popular they're sold out. Like, it's one or the other. It was just hard to find regardless. I want to talk about really fast the theory on the mystery of the Dorito invention.
Oh,
I think it's interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's just interesting that there's just 2 different, like the food that we're eating, we all love, but nobody 100% knows where it came from. So there's a rumor that Doritos were invented in Disneyland in California. So the recipe for the Doritos brand and chips is often said to have launched in Disneyland in the 60s in the former park restaurant Casa de Fritos. The Frito-Lay Corp did own the spot, though. They owned this restaurant in Disneyland.
Okay.
But the food originally came from a local Mexican food supplier. So they had like more authentic food, even though Frito-Lay owned it. It wasn't like, cookie cutter. So the story goes is that workers from the local supplier got the idea to fry up discarded tortillas and sell them in the restaurant for the guests. The chips were such a hit, Frito-Lay executives soon took note and brought the recipe to mass, taking credit for the invention that some say wasn't theirs. So it's a little bit like a controversy, but I mean, when you're working at a restaurant where Frito-Lay owns you,
it's hard to have your own IP, right? Like you can't get away with your own ideas.
So and Disney, that'd be sweet, like some really fresh Doritos. That might be like a cool thing to try to make.
I think that would be delicious.
I think so too.
And I wouldn't even probably put it in the category of Doritos because it'd be so good.
Yeah.
Like, it would be real food.
But that's like super authentic, because if they threw some like extra fun spice on that, on some fresh, made tortillas,
I think it would be amazing.
Yeah. 52 years of commercial history. So there's like a lot of commercials, Doritos that are out there. 94 Cool Ranch came out. That we know that's when my life was changed. 99 was they introduced a smoky red barbecue flavor. 2001 a zesty sour cream cheddar. 2004
I wish they still had these.
I feel like some of these they've changed a lot. So zesty white nacho cheese. In 2010 an all-nighter cheeseburger debuted. in 2015, rainbow Doritos exist for a limited time.
Like for gay pride?
No, I just think it had a lot of different, well, I don't know, maybe. It doesn't say that that's what it was for. Oh, wait. It gets better. Yeah. So I think it was about some
Well, thanks,
LGBTQ.
Doritos.
Yeah. So, I mean, I will say I've never like jumped on the train of like, oh, this new crazy Dorito, I recommend it, I need to go get it right now, like the limited time ones. I'm also like weird about limited time stuff because then if I really like it and then it goes away, then I'm like upset
it's really
about
sad.
it.
Yeah, it's really sad.
I try to like something I know that's going to be around for a little bit, but I mean, long and short, this was like a delightful episode because everything I ate, I pretty much really liked.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's so many Takis and Doritos we probably could have done like I don't know,
3
like
other episodes.
Like there's just so many, but we're always doing audibles, so we're always happy to hear if you have something else we want to try. I'm going to have to try to find Sumona's
Fiesta Limon.
Limon, her actual Dorito.
But the Chile Limon Dinamita is close second. Like it's a very similar flavor profile. I think it's just a different shape.
I mean, it's seriously geared towards the Takis. I mean, let's talk like this is the top. Even look at the bags. Like now this
Lauren is holding up the Takis, the green bags versus the Doritos, and they're very similar, like almost the same shade of green at the edges. But Doritos is really being Doritos about it. Like Doritos is extra.
Oh yeah, Doritos is extra about it. But I mean, there's just such a similarity in what I'm looking at right here. So
yeah. So that's it for this
that's
episode.
it. We're done. Get out of here.
Go eat some Doritos. Let us know what your favorites are.
Maybe comment, subscribe, like us, give us stars, do all that fun stuff. Listen, I'm saying it because I want us to keep doing this and I want us to keep staying around and I want you to enjoy what we're doing. I want you to participate on this journey with us. We are on it with you. We are your pioneers to either talk about the things that you don't want to talk about and admit about snacks and foods, or try the things that you're like, well, I'll let them try it first and then we'll eat it.
Yeah.
All of that. We heart you. Illy.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.
Keep snacking.